Today on Plain Display, we are going to be counting down my top 5 favorite animated commercials from the 1980s. So go ahead and sit back, watch with me, and let's count them down.
Hi, Louie the Lightning Bug here.
Growing up in the 80s, we got bombarded by all kinds of PSAs. And my favorite PSA of all time is Louie the Lightning Bug. He was brought together by, I believe, a coalition of the electric company, and he was voiced by none other than Jack Sheldon. If you guys don't know who Jack Sheldon is, if you guys ever listen to Schoolhouse Rock, total cool guy. So Louie the Lightning Bug would give us advice as far as like, don't put keys inside light sockets.
Now keys go here and fingers go here, but smart little buddies know they don't go here.
Don't only bugs go here.
And also don't fly your kites around where power lines are.
You never fly your kites where power lines.
Because my dumbass would fly that shit all the damn time up there. I even got my fucking kite stuck up a few times. So yeah, thank you, Louie, for saving my life on that one. But very cool, very stylish, and some of the catchiest jingles around that time. Now, before the video game crash in 1984, it was very common for a lot of people to go ahead and advertise arcade machines. You would see commercials for Pac-Man and all kinds of other cabinets, but the coolest one I've always seen was the one for Gauntlet.
The new fantasy adventure from Atari Games. The most fun a quarter can buy.
Now, Gauntlet was made by Atari. It was a 4-player cabinet. It was beautiful. You could play 4 different characters, and I believe it had 100 levels. I always tried to beat this as a kid. I was never successful. I'm still not that successful at doing that as an adult, but the commercial for it was so cool and memorable. Just made you think to yourself, okay, give me a buck, I bet I can beat it kind of thing. So great style, has that like Dungeons and Dragons feel. It really captures it, especially at the peak of that time. So very cool. I'm glad they put out commercials like that. So this next commercial I didn't notice until a few years ago, and the video starts out with this warrior climbing up a mountain. It's got dragons circling the mountain and everything. When he gets to the top, these hands come out of these clouds and hands him sex appeal. And so he slaps it on, man. He just says, oh, what the hey, you know, and his eyes glow. So he's got some evil intentions, but I mean, if you climb a mountain to get sex appeal, it's strange though. Like this kind of advertisement would make sense though, because throughout the years in the 90s, they always had this like fragrance called Bod Man, and everybody's like, ooh, I want your bod, and it was like super cheesy. But then I fell for it as an adult in the 2000s with Axe body spray. I would watch these Axe body spray commercials where just spraying it on would just attract women like a magnet. It never worked, but it was kind of funny. And this commercial reminds me of it though, but this commercial does it in a very cool swords and sorcery vibe to it. So it's on my list, pure and simple, because it's just got that cool vibe. So this next commercial really isn't your traditional animation for an ad, but the California Raisin stop motion claymation was so catchy. I mean, just smooth movement. It came like with a variety of different ones. I really can't pick out my favorite. Hardee's ran a huge promotion with them where you get these little PVC figurines, and I love these things. I still collect them. I still got a few in my collection too. Things I will never give up. But the thing why this is on my list so high, not because it was so iconic and everybody from the 80s remembers it though, it introduced me, and hopefully introduce a lot of you to some good old-fashioned Motown R&B.
Don't you know that I heard it through the grapevine?
Sounds better than what I got.
And when I see modern day claymation commercial, there's one for Gorillas. It's really cheesy. It looks lazy. So all in all, yeah, I gotta put this one very high at the list, so that's why it's there. And finally, for my favorite animated commercial of all time, it's gotta be the series of Captain Crunch battling the Soggies. Now, they ran this in the mid-80s, and this is when I first started like watching after-school cartoons. G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that stuff was so popular back then. I don't like Captain Crunch. I never liked Captain Crunch as a kid, and I sure as hell don't like it as an adult. But Captain Crunch versus the Soggies kind of felt like its own cartoon show built into it. So I always remember there's these 2 Soggies, but they have like reoccurring things where Captain Crunch used crunch power to go ahead and fight the Soggies, and they even had like a little series to go with it too. There's one time where Captain Crunch got his boat stuck in like a cave, and you had to like do a little contest, get some cereal to find out where Captain Crunch was. So even though I didn't like the cereal, I totally participated in that contest. And then Captain Crunch had a mech suit, and that's how we fought the Soggies. It was so fun, and it's just, today it still holds up to me though. I mean, it made me like a product that I don't like, and that's just excellent marketing. So that's the reason why it's on my list, and that's why it's number one. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching these commercials with me. It means a lot to me and the channel. If you guys haven't, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. I always answer to every comment, and go ahead and hit the like button. And if you'd like to, go ahead and subscribe. I always upload plenty of commercials and just cool 80s, 90s culture. Until then, guys, play it loud, display it proud.